Hello, BookTube. Hello, friends. Welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth. And since we have launched March Mystery Madness recently and all the buzz is happening about what everyone's reading and prompts and all of that, I thought this would be a fun time to do a cozy mystery book haul. I have been sitting on some of these books since November or even earlier than that because my sister sent me some books for my birthday, and since then I have just continued to add to this stack, and I've got 15 books here that are all cozy mysteries that I want to show you. At least one of them, I think just one of them, I have read, and there's at least, I think, 5 of the authors that I've read, but I haven't read, these books except for the one. And most of them are all from series that I've been collecting, and I am just, filling in the blanks where I had some missing, and that's always fun. It's like such a fun treasure hunt to go to library book sales or used bookstores or whatever and find books that are just the exact one I need to finish filling out a series. Of course, there haven't been a whole lot of library book sales over the last few months. Our local library has had a couple, but they've been small, and I occasionally will hit a used bookstore, and I don't think I got any of these at thrift stores. My daughter Katie and I went thrift shopping back in the fall, I guess, late summer or fall, after things kind of started opening back up last year. And I think I did some book hauls then. I don't know if I did a cozy mystery book haul. So this is everything I've collected since then. And so let's just get started. I'm going to try to at least tell you what series they came from and what number of the series they are, and maybe where each of the series are set, like what state or country or whatever. Most of these are US. I think one of them is British. And anyway, let's just get started. So I have a few that my sister sent me, and before I get to those, though, let me just show you the newest one. I didn't even realize that this was so new. This was published in 2020, so I'm kind of surprised that I found it in a used situation. I can't even remember where I did find it, but it's number 8 in the Quilting Mystery Series by Mary Marks, and it is called Not of This World. And this series is about a quilting club. The main character, her name is Martha, and in this particular book, one of her friends has decided to join a commune in California. I don't know if the whole series is set in California, but I think this book is. And so she is, according to what's on the back, she is, working to try to help her friend, and there's a quilting theme and all of that. So this sounds fun, and I only have book 1 and now book 8, so I need to fill in all of that, all those numbers in the middle. And then I have 2 from this one series that I have started. In fact, this is the one book of this haul that I've already read, Cruel World by Monica Ferris. Now, I read this several years ago, and I think this is set in New Orleans, maybe. No, I'm sorry, Minnesota. I'm getting it mixed up with another book. This is set in it's not a yarn shop, it's a Needlecraft shop. They, I think they sell yarn and thread and things like that. So there's talk of knitting and needlepoint and other types of things like that, crewel work, things like that. And so this is about a woman who has to take over her shop when her sister is killed. And then, so that's the first mystery to be solved. And then the series goes from there. There's at least 19 books in the series, because here's number 19. I did not have this one. It's called Knit Your Own Murder. And so here's the first, and I think the last. And there may still be one more in the middle that I'm missing, but it almost seems like I was able to find it last year. So I may have this whole series now, and I've only read the first one, so I need to get busy with those. Now, my sister has read several of these. What kind of happened was I read this years ago, and I sent her my copy. And she's like, oh, I've read some of those later in the series, because she's not worried about reading things in order like I am. And she said, it'll be fun to go back and read the first one. So she went back and read the first one. But at the time, I didn't know I was going to collect the whole series. And so you know, I didn't ask for it back, and I didn't care if she got rid of it. Well, so she went ahead and, you know, passed it on to someone else. And then later, I kept seeing more from the series, and I eventually decided to just go ahead and collect the series, and I could never find another copy of the first one just to complete my set. And so she found this at a used bookstore back before my birthday, and bought me several books. Most of them were all $0.25 a piece, so that's awesome. And this is one of them. So this is book one, and then I found this one myself somewhere, and I think maybe used bookstore, I'm not sure. So now I have those. And then this one I picked up free somewhere, and I'm pretty sure I already have this one. This is from the what's the name of the series? A Piece of Cake Mysteries by Jacklyn Brady. I think this is book 4. Yes, I have the first one and the fourth one, but I found this somewhere for free, and I just went ahead and grabbed it. The Cakes of Wrath. So I may try to see if I can trade this in at the used bookstore for something I don't already have, or pass it on to someone else, a little free library or whatever. I wasn't absolutely certain until I got home that if I had this one or not. I didn't have my Kindle catalog with me. I have all my books cataloged on Kindle, and actually I think I had it with me, but it was dead. And so I couldn't check. Anyway, so I got home and I already had that one. This series has the best titles. This one is The Cakes of Wrath. I think Cake on a Hot Tin Roof is one of the titles. Sheet Cake Named Desire. I mean, those are fantastic titles. I love those. And then this one I think I found at my own library on the sale shelves, because this is, I'm pretty sure this is weeded, from my library. This is book 2 in the, I don't know what the name of the series is. I just call it the PTA series because every title has PTA in it. And that's kind of a buzzword for me when it comes to cozy mysteries or books in general, because I used to be a PTA treasurer when my oldest daughter Emilie was in elementary school, and that is something I don't ever want to do again. But anyway, I can understand how, there could be murders over PTA, because it can be kind of crazy. Anyway, this is book 2. I already had book 3, so now I just need to find book 1. But this is Foul Play at the PTA by Laura Alden. And this is set at an elementary school. I was trying to see what state. I don't know. Wisconsin, looks like. Set in Wisconsin. All right, then I picked this one up just the other day. You may have seen my vlog where I was at the Orlando Public Library. And this is a series that's been on my radar for a long time, but I didn't own any of them. I am currently reading a book by Mollie Bryan from the Cumberland Creek series. And I had been hearing about this scrapbooking series from my friend Donna, who used to have the channel name Paradonna Palimpsest. Now she's called Studio in the Library, and I think she's going to read the second book in this series for March Mystery Madness. That's Scrapped. But this is the first one, Scrapbook of Secrets, and scrapbooking is another one of my buzzwords. I love scrapbooking, even though I'm years behind with all my scrapbooking. I used to be a scrapbook consultant, and I love that kind of stuff, paper crafting and everything. So this is definitely something I was not going to pass up. And while I was at that same bookstore in the Orlando Public Library, I found this one. I did not know what number it was because I didn't have my Kindle with me then either, but I knew I had a few from this series, and I was 99% sure I did not have this one, and I didn't. This is Fruit of All Evil. It's a farmer's market mystery by Paige Shelton. It's book 2. So I already had book 1, I think 3, and then 5 or 6. So now this is book 2, so now I have the first 3, and I can get started with this series. I have read one other book by Paige Shelton from the Graham's Country Cooking School Mysteries. We read that for my mystery book club last year, and it's called If Fried Chicken Could Fly. So that was a fun book. And then by that same author, this is one that my sister sent me. So when my sister was shopping at this particular bookstore, she texted me. She's like, they have all these cozy mysteries and they're $0.25 a piece. Do you want any of them? And so she started taking pictures of all the shelves and sending me pictures. So I literally was armchair book shopping from her photographs, and I didn't see very many that were on my, high priority list, but I did recognize a few authors and a few series, and so she went ahead and grabbed those for me. One of them was The Crewel World, and this one is by Paige Shelton. This is from a different series, and since I recognized the author, I said, go ahead and grab that one. It's The Cracked Spine. It is book 1 of the Scottish Bookshop mystery series. So, yay for being book 1, and that's awesome. The only thing I'm kind of sad about is that all the books from this particular bookstore she sent me have this trimmed corner. Some bookstores do that. I've noticed. I think they're kind of getting away from that now, at least in some places. But some bookstores do that. Maybe that's a way of telling which books have already come through because they don't want the same ones again. I don't know. But I'm not really sure. If you know why they do that, let me know. But I kind of hate it, but it's fine. I'm just going to read the books, and, they're not going to be like a big museum showpiece or anything like that. Then another one she sent me, she said, you didn't ask for this one, but I couldn't resist because this is a cat one. And it turns out I'm really glad that she sent this. This is called Canapes for the Kitties by Marian Babson. And I looked this up, and this is book 1 of a duology. And I already have the second one. I've had it on my shelf for years. I've never read it. And it's only a 2-book series. It is the Brimful Coffers series. This is book 1. And book 2 is called Please Do Feed the Cat. And so I'm excited. Now I've got both of these. So that's great. So thank you, Charlotte, for that. She always, her and my brother both like to pick up cat things for me because I've loved cats ever since I was a baby. And then these were 2 that I spotted because I recognized the author, Emilie Richards. In fact, you may have seen some Emilie Richards here behind me. This 5 of these are from her Shenandoah album series that have kind of an underlying quilt theme, which I really enjoyed, and a few others I haven't read. Well, there's one here called Truth for a Truth, and it is book 5 in the Ministry is Murder series. So I already have book 5. It's hardcover, but that's fine. And then Charla sent me 2 from the same series. One of them is book 1, Blessed is the Busybody. And then I think this is book 4, A Lie for a Lie. So now I just need book 2 and 3, and I'll have the whole set. Now, this is one of those situations where a church is the setting. I think a minister's wife is the main character. But I'm going to guess, I don't know for sure, I'm going to guess that these are not necessarily Christian books. It's just that it's a pastor's wife and a church that's the setting. It is possible to have church settings without the books being actually what I would consider Christian. Doesn't mean there's going to be anything wrong with it. It'll probably be clean, but like I would classify the Philip Gully series as that. They're just humorous. The church is the setting. The minister is the main character, but they're not really evangelical Christian books, by any means. So they're just fun. So I think that's probably what we're going to find in that series. And then one more that she sent me in my birthday batch is from the Sarah Kelling Mysteries by Charlotte McLeod. This one is also a series that I have not read any of, but I have a couple of them on my shelf. I think I have books 7 and 8 already, and this is book 9, so I still don't have the first ones. And I'm hoping maybe this is a series that you could read out of order, because this is very old. Well, it's from the 80s. Okay, so it's not very old, but it's, as far as cozy mysteries go, I don't even know if you'd consider this a cozy mystery, because this is about a detective. Anyway, it is called The Gladstone Bag, and it's set, I think, on the coast of New England somewhere, or maybe it's British. Actually, I don't know. Oh, Maine. I'm sorry, Maine. Okay, yes, so that's where this book is set, is Maine. And now the one that is British is the cat one. I'm pretty sure this is British. And everything else is set somewhere in the U.S. Okay, then I have one hardcover that I actually already own, but I got this for a friend of mine because this is by Erin Fowler. It's the last and 15th book in the Benny Harper Quilting Mystery Series. And I have a friend named Erin, and there were quite a few of these books out for sale several months ago. And she saw those. She's like, I'm going to have to just get those because the author's name is Erlene. And then she moved away to another part of Florida, so she's not handy, you know, she's not living close by anymore, but I'm still in touch with her. So I saw this one and I said, hey, do you have this book? And she said, well, no, I don't have that one, so I'm going to mail her this. Anyway, this is a series my sister has read, and I have not even started it, so I need to read this series. It sounds fun. In fact, I think I said to Erlene, if you want to buddy read any of those, then we could do that. And then here's a trade paperback of one of the Seaside Knitting Mysteries by Sally Goldenbaum. This is book 13. I have books 1 through 10, and I thought that was all of them, but it's not. Apparently there's more, and this is book 13. This is How to Knit a Murder, and this is set in New England somewhere. I'm not sure what state, but somewhere in New England in like a harbor town. And then the one most recently that my sister just sent me, she wanted to get it to me in time for March Mystery Madness, and I'm so glad she did, because this is an Amish-themed cozy mystery. It's by Vanetta Chapman. It's called Falling to Pieces. The actual series is called A Shipshewana Amish Mystery. There is a murder here, and this is set in Indiana, I believe, is where Shipshewana is. Yep. And I am so excited about this. I think this is going to be awesome, and I don't know if I can get it on audio or not, but whether I can or can't, I am going to read this for March. So look at the quilting on the background and everything. She has read this and said it was really good, and I think I'm going to need to return this one to her whenever I get done with it, because this may be something that she wants to hang on to since she's a quilter. But this just looks like this is going to be great. So that's it. That's all of the cozy mysteries that I have for this haul. Let me know if you've read any of these, or if you're interested in reading any of these, or if you're reading any of these series that some of these books are from, or whatever. Let's just chat in the comments. And that's all I have for this video. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.